Morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, sir.
How you doing today?
I am well. As you might infer, I am not able to join today because I have a tremendous amount to do, including going to our new location and picking up the keys.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Is
So,
it the same spot that we were
yep,
talking about last week?
yep.
All right.
I
Now.
rescued the deal from the brink, and we signed everything yesterday. I've got to go drop off a check and pick up keys later this morning. I'm going to do some admin stuff here while you're doing your thing. But yeah, we are taking possession today, which means starting to move a ton of equipment and most obnoxiously all the flooring.
Yeah.
Because those mats, there's 200 mats and they weigh 100 pounds each. So that's going to be a fun project.
Wow.
But yeah.
200 of the mats fit in there?
Oh, not all of them. No, we're gonna have to sell a lot of them.
Gotcha.
That's the only thing we're gonna have to sell. Everything else will fit.
Nice.
We have to reconfigure, obviously, but yeah. But yeah, it's very exciting. We're gonna have a whole new spot. We got a lot of work to do, but it's a blessing and a curse that we still can't open fully indoors.
Yeah.
So we don't have to rush in order to get everything ready inside, so we can get it really nice. But the really great thing is that where we are, this new spot has two good locations for sort of workouts in the park.
Nice.
And we will, since we can do outdoor fitness, we're going to do outdoor fitness.
Yeah. So move in that direction.
Yeah. So we'll start, I'm going to poll the members. Once I have the key, nothing's a done deal until keys are in hand. So I'm not like announcing it. I've been talking about it in classes and stuff like that. But once I have keys in hand, then I'll announce it to all the members and let them know the story. And we'll get all the equipment back, we'll sanitize, we'll clean, and then we'll figure out a schedule to start having some sort of workouts in the park, which will also probably be pretty good marketing. So we'll get some sandwich boards made and we'll start getting people excited about, taking off their COVID-19. That's what I keep calling my belly. It's my COVID-19.
Dude, that's exciting. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be a very profitable, but also just a very positive new chapter for us. New name, new location, just sort of like a whole fresh start. And hopefully the numbers with infections and everything appease the powers that be enough that we can actually have in-person classes.
Yeah. Hopefully that happens real soon.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Alameda County did pause any progression on reopening stuff. So they said, the numbers are spiking again. So we're going to just stop our progress towards reopening things. And
that must be new. When did that go out?
Yesterday.
Did not hear that.
Yeah. So they just said like, we're not closing back down. It's just that we're not making progress towards reopening more. So it's frustrating. Different parts of the state have actually rolled back stuff and said, no, you can't do that anymore. And then different parts of the country are making that even more drastic.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer. I don't think that it should have any effect on the source.
No.
I think
we actually, last week was our first week since this whole thing that our numbers are starting to reach back to normal.
Good.
So it's a long grind to get things back, and that's just from new people coming in, because there's still plenty of people that are choosing to shelter. Man, over 3 months.
I had a feeling this is what it would be.
I remember from the very beginning, you're like, this is going to be a marathon. This ain't going to be a 2-week thing.
Well, I mean, just looking at the numbers, like the initial numbers that were out of China before we even sheltered in place, I knew a gym member, or a gym owner rather, in China, and they said, no, we were locked down for 3 months. We just reopened. And, I think that the American exceptionalism and fierce individuality prolong this more so than in societies like in East Asia where people are a little bit more like community focused and
Right.
you know, or collectively focused, I suppose is a better way of saying it. It's just the nature of who we are as a nation. So yeah, I think it's going to be. I think we can still probably say like by Labor Day we're going to be. The gym will be okay. The gym will be running. But the really nice thing is that this new location is inexpensive enough that we can use it essentially as a storage facility.
Okay.
And we'll be able to, if we can do these group classes outside, these outdoor fitness things, as long as that's still okay. I mean, I ran Sequoia as a boot camp at Lake Merritt for 2 years.
Right. Were you month to month at the last place, or are you breaking a lease, or what?
I'm breaking the lease, but I have the right to because the power's still not on. But I think they're still going to try to threaten me with some legal action. But I got lawyers, and we're going to be fine.
Yeah, because there's still no power. Man, power! Sequoia's going to have power again.
I was talking about in class the other day, and a couple people who have been like great members for a long time. They're like, I've never seen the lights on, right? And I was like, that's right, you're one of them. You've never seen the power on at the gym.
Wow.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
That is insane.
So yeah, I'm excited. But that means now I've got just a ton to do, which is good. I've got good stuff to do. I'm excited about it, but it's going to be just 1,000 trips back and forth in my truck just to move all that equipment, the rig, all the flooring. Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
It's going to be nuts. Well, You have time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But all right, man. Well, I'm going to jump into this. It's good seeing you.
Good to see you too.
Have a productive day, and congrats on getting to the bottom of some solutions.
Thanks, man.
Exciting.
Thanks. All right, have a good one.
Take care, Matt. All right, if you're joining on Facebook or in the recording, stack your ears over your shoulders over your hips. We're going to start with the standing flow. Go ahead and start with a nice decompression breath. Anchor your feet into the ground and take a nice breath in. Pull the chin back, open the chest. And then instead of just letting that fall, squeeze the core and keep the chest lifted. Next inhale, hands come up. Exhale, squeeze those fingertips in, thumbs are pointing forward, and we're starting our forward shoulder circles. Allow the hands to start to drift forward as you're initiating these circles from the shoulder joint. And then when you get to the middle, reverse the direction. As you get to the outside, flip those palms up. And when the palms are up, you can stop the circles, spread the fingertips away from the elbow pits, reach the elbow pits away from the armpits, nice big stretch deep into the front part of your forearm, and then pull the thumbs behind you, activating the rhomboids. Back to neutral, forward shoulder circles again. Let the hands start to drift overhead. And as they drift overhead, tighten the glutes, tighten the core. Don't let the lumbar spine collapse. Keep breathing tall. And reverse the circles once you get to the top. Bring those hands together. Squeeze them together with about 5 pounds of pressure and pull the scapulas back. Pull the chin back, neck nice and tall. Inhale, open up to the right. Next inhale, close it down. Inhale, open left. Close that down. Inhale, hand comes overhead, reach to the right. Left. Inhale, crunch to the right. And now lean that hip to the left. Come up into extension. Down into flexion. Up into extension. Forward into flexion. Inhale, lift, reach, extend, and forward fold on the exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, drop it down. Last one, halfway up. Drop it down. Let it go. Let the hands graze the floor. Yeses and nos. Relaxing the neck, opening up the low back. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands interlink, fingers lock overhead, and shoulder circles. Reverse the direction. Hands come down to the hips. Rotate the hips out. And reverse that direction. Bring those feet together. This time we're focusing the motion in the femoral acetabular joint. It's a ball and socket joint, so you're going to want to rock the knees and really roll these out with a circular motion. Reverse the direction. You might feel some clicking and popping in some of the tendons, especially after a night of sleep. But that's exactly why we're doing this first thing in the morning. Good. Come on down to the knees. Start to rotate the knees out. And reverse that direction. All right, stand up and bring your right leg up to a 90-90 position, stacking all the weight into the left foot. Rotate the ankle out. And reverse that direction. Close the hip down and then open it up. Close it down, open it up, back to neutral. Single leg hip hinge, extend that heel behind you nice and strong. Once you straighten the leg, let the hands touch the ground. Fire through the quad and extend that leg even further before bending the knee, reaching that foot up towards the sky and looking under the armpit. Nice right body stretch. Straighten that leg back out. We're going to come all the way up until the knee hits the chest. Excellent. Right foot comes down, slow and controlled. Stack the weight into the right foot. Left foot comes up, 90-90 position. Rotate the ankle. Continuing to breathe into the core. Continuing to keep that chin pulled back, spine nice and tall. Reverse the direction in the ankle. Close the hip down, open it up. Close it down, open it up. Back to 90-90 and get into your hip hinge. Extend that heel behind you nice and strong. Fingers touch the floor. Fire the quad. Bend the knee. Reach for the sky. Knee comes all the way up to the chest. Extend that hip back. Good deep stretch. Excellent.
Go ahead and spread your feet a little bit past shoulder width apart. Toes are going to be pointed slightly in. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to feel the tripod of the feet on the ground. So that's your heel, the lateral side of your foot by your pinky toe, and then the medial side of your foot, the ball of your foot. Brace your strength into those three points on your feet, and start to corkscrew your feet into the ground, trying to pull your heels in and spread your toes apart without them actually moving. From there, squeeze the feet together, firing the insides of your thighs, again without them moving. Then start to fire your glutes. Lift the chest up, take a deep breath in. Hands are going to come all the way overhead, and then we're going to sit back into our hips. As our hips hinge back, hands are going to come forward. You're going to start to notice your hamstrings start to load. Once they start to load, take another deep breath in. And sit back even further. Stretch the hands far in front of you. We're in a nice founder's position here. We're going to hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Stand up. Shake it out. And come right back down to that hip hinge. This time, hands are going to stay by your sides. Notice I'm keeping my chin pulled back and my spine in a neutral position. Hands are going to trace the side of your body on the next inhale. They're coming to eye level in front of you, and on the next exhale, or next inhale, we're opening to the right. Good rotational movement in your thoracic spine, and then close that down, open to the left. Back to the right. Back to the left. Squeeze your fingers together with about 5 pounds of pressure. Hands coming down to the side. Stand up. Shake it out. Left foot's going to come forward. Right foot's going to come back. Your left foot is pointed slightly in, and your right toes are pointed towards your left heel. Start to stack the weight evenly in both feet. Squeeze the feet together. Have the hips pointed forward so that the torso and the hips are not twisted. And from here, we're going to come hands overhead. Hands come down in front of you as we go into a hip hinge. You'll feel that load into your front hamstring. And then from there, we're going to open to the right. Close it down, open to the left. Close that down, back to the right. One more to the left. Now with your hands together, we're going to do some lateral bending. So I want you to tip your elbow to the left and then tilt it to the right. To the left. And to the right. Back to neutral. Hands come down. Stand up. Shake it out. Right foot's coming forward, left foot's back. Right foot pointing in at a slightly, at about a 45-degree angle. Left toes pointed towards the right heel. Make sure those hips are pointed forward. Keep the chin pulled back. Check in with your posture. Scoop the feet together. Everything's firing now. Big inhale, hands come overhead. Squeezing those fingertips together with about 5 pounds of pressure. Lock those scapulas down and start your single leg hip hinge coming forward until you load that front hamstring again. Open up to the left. Open to the right. Back to the left. Back to the right. Squeeze those fingertips together and tilt to the left. Tilt to the right. To the left. One more to the right. Hands come down. Step through, shake it out. Let's move on to the ground, get our ground flow in. Start off the ground flow on both knees, sitting back into the heels. And we're going to start with our child's pose, hands stretch forward, open up that low back. Deep breath into the stomach. You can really stretch the lats out here as well. Go ahead and walk your hands over to the left. Sit into the right heel and open that right side of your body. Now walk the hands to the right. Sit into the left heel, opening the left side of your body. Back to center and come up into a quadruped position. Leaning forward, spreading the fingers into the ground first, and then leaning forward to open up the wrist. Slight rock side to side. Turn the fingers back, pointed towards you. Keep those fingers spread out, opening the hands up, and then leaning back, stretching the wrist even deeper. Try to push the base of your palms into the ground. Excellent. Now at the fingertips still pointing towards your knees, tops of your hands on the ground, backs of your hands on the ground. Spread your, pull your hands away from your knees to open that joint capsule. Add a little bit of weight onto the wrist. Point the elbow pits forward and then lean back. You'll get a deep stretch into the back side of your forearm. These are your wrist extensors. If you're having wrist pain or discomfort, sitting at the computer is very often a cause of this. Stretching out the wrists in the morning and really opening up these joints will help quite a bit. Point the fingertips away from you, still backs of the hands on the ground. Pull the fingers towards you, or the hands towards you, and then stack the weight on those wrists again. Slight rock side to side. Still spreading the fingers nice and wide. Helps to open up the joints deep in the wrist. Excellent. Hands come up. Roll them out just a little bit here. Good. Now we're coming up into a plank position. Nice and strong plank position here. We're going to come back into the charge, and then we're going to come forward, and we're going to open up like this. Back into the charge. Forward with the left leg. Drop the hips down, open it up. We're doing some stability here in the core and then mobility in the hips. So as we drop back, step forward with that right foot as far forward as you can. Drop the hips down, lift your chest up. Deep breath here. Bring that back into the charge. Left foot comes forward. Drop the hips down, open the chest up. Take a deep breath in. Feet come back to the charge. Going to the right side. Feet come back to the left. One more set to the right. And to the left. Come back into a down dog. Walk your dog, lift the glutes to the sky. And then scooping out into a cobra, keeping the hips off the ground. Opening up the core. Extension in the low back. Back into a down dog. And back into a cobra. Down dog. Try to put the heels on the ground in this one. This is our last down dog. Get a deep stretch in that posterior chain. Feel it in the calves and the hamstrings. And then back into the cobra. From cobra, come to a plank. And then open up to the right. We're going to do a side plank here. As we do the side plank, we're pushing that left hand strong into the ground. We're squeezing our feet together. And we're reaching that right hand high to the sky. Fire the glutes, keep the core strong. Don't let the hips sag down or lift up into the air. Nice straight position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. And open to the right. Or right hand on the ground, open to the left. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the feet. Push that right hand into the ground. Reach that left hand to the sky. Tighten the core, nice and strong, stiff as a board. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're rolling onto our back to the crab position. And a quick refresher for the crab position, we're going to come up with the hips, drop the hips down, hand flows over to the right, touches the ground, right elbow, right knee, lift for the sky. Then that's going to come back around, hips come up, left side, touch the ground, elbow to knee, reach for the sky. We're going to get into a nice flow. We'll do this 5 rounds on each side. As you're breathing, follow your breath and just feel the flow and the motion. Hips come up, drop them down, reach. And back around, reset, hips. Left hand, elbow, reach. That's 1. Hips, hand, elbow, reach. Hips, hand, elbow, reach. That's 2. Hips, really start to open that body up. Feel how deep you can get the stretch in. Can you get a deeper stretch each time you make that reach? Don't simply go through the motions. If you've been watching this for weeks on end, really feel what you're feeling in your body. That's 4. 2 more. Or 1 more. And that's the final one. Hips on the ground. I'm going to rotate forward so you can watch me this way. Knees are going to roll to the left side. We're going to come up onto our knees, sit back into the heels. Hands come forward, open to the left. Back to the right. Lean to the left. Lean to the right. And slowly sit the glutes back to the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees go over to the right. Pull the body up. Sit back into the glutes. Open to the right. To the left. Lean to the left. Back to the right. Hands forward. Sit back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round to the left. Bring it on up. Sit back into the glutes. Open to the left. To the right. Lean to the left. Lean to the right. Hands come forward. Slowly sit down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Pick the body up. Load those glutes. Open to the right. To the left. Lean to the right. And to the left. Hands in front of you. Sit down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll be movement for today. Let's go ahead and move into breath work. For breath work today, we will continue working on our Wim Hof breath holds. Let me grab my phone real quick so I can time myself. There it is. So if you're catching this for the first time, Wim Hof breath holds are going to be 33 full body breaths. As you bring the air in all the way, when you get to the top of that full inhale, you're gonna let it go with a relaxed exhale. We'll do that 33 times. I will cue on number 30 and on number 33 so that you have an idea of where we're at. On the final breath, what you're gonna do is you're gonna let all the air out, and then you're gonna hold on empty. This will help to reach a mild altered state of consciousness, and you should be able to hold your breath for longer than you think that you can. It's amazing what happens when you breathe fully and let it go. Breathe fully and let it go for 30 to 33 times before letting all that air out and holding on empty. We'll do 2 rounds. You can almost always stay quite a bit longer in your second round than your first. Right after this, we'll move directly into meditation. I recommend doing this either seated or laying down. If you're seated, you're going to want to stack your spine, shoulders over your hips, or ears over your shoulders and shoulders over your hips. You're going to want to pull the shoulder blades back and let the shoulders drop into the back pocket so that they're nice and relaxed. Let your neck find a neutral position so that you're not straining any muscles. And from there is where you're going to begin breathing. If you are laying on the ground, you're going to want to let your hips go, let your shoulders go, let your neck and chest relax, let the wrinkles on your face subside, and start to connect to that deeply relaxed position. We're going to do 33 breaths all together. Here we go. That's 33 more. Final breath.
Second round, 33 breaths. At the end of this round, after you've done your breath hold on empty, when you go to take that first full breath in, if you'd like to step it up one notch, you can pull that air all the way in and then start to squeeze your body from your feet all the way up to the tip of your head. And it will help to increase the experience, and you can hold that inhale after your exhale for as long as you can. We'll do 33 breaths, hold an exhale. On the inhale, you can hold and squeeze for as long as you can as well. Here we go.
That's 30. 3 more. Final breath. And from breathwork, we move right into meditation. Now that we've found that ideal tension state in the body, it should be easy to find a neutral and relaxed position, whether you're seated or laying down. Keep your eyes shut and first start to tap into your breath. Feel your diaphragm slowly move as it pulls air in, and as it pushes that air out. Feel the stillness in your body, the calm and peace, and that sense of peaceful relaxation. And today we're going to write ourselves a new story. See, after moving through powerful breath work like Wim Hof,
and moving directly into meditation, following the brain waves moving through our circuitry and our nervous system are in a state of receiving. See, normally we're operating in the alpha brainwave state, and that's known as a bit of our autopilot. Your ability to drive to work without thinking of where you're going, your ability to drive a car without thinking of how to put the keys in the ignition, put the car in drive, and move forward, moving your blinkers, probably even checking your phone. That's the alpha brainwave state. When you can operate without thinking, and it's efficient, it helps us get a lot of things done, and it saves a lot of energy in the brain. But following breath work and moving into meditation, we get into the theta wave state. And the theta wave is that mode network of reception. This is where you can start to rewrite your story, rewrite that self-talk, rewrite who you believe you are. And so today we're going to be speaking in affirmations. These affirmations are not to talk about who I am as Dr. Dylan Mon, but rather affirmations spoken in the I am statement, acknowledging the collective intelligence of who we all are at the core of our being. Take these I am statements and make them yours, empowering yourself and rewriting the narrative of the chatter that happens between the ears. Today, I am calm, I am clear, and I am connected. I feel my body differently than I did yesterday. I feel the energy moving through my veins. I can feel the buzz in my fingertips and my toes. I feel joy pumping through my system. I feel enriched with gratitude. I'm grateful for my breath. I'm grateful for the fact that I woke up today. I'm grateful that I get to go experience another 24 hours on this planet. I'm grateful for who I get to do life with. I'm grateful for a roof over my head and a warm bed to sleep in. I'm grateful for the food that's on my table and the clean water to drink. I'm grateful for my ability to move, to breathe, to meditate. I'm grateful for community and the people that I surround myself with. I am full of gratitude. And that feeling of gratitude sparks more joy to flow through my body. Because the more grateful I am, the more things I have to be grateful for. I am a being of connection. I communicate with love. I listen to understand. And I embrace my brothers and sisters with support. Today, I know that I am living my best life. Today, I will do my best. Today, I will move through this life with joy and abundance. Today, I will embrace challenges knowing that they are for me. And I will enjoy the victories and the moments of laughter. I won't take for granted any smile, but instead I will fully enjoy and embody it. I won't take for granted any conversation, but instead I will fully listen and be present. Today I am present in every moment throughout my day with the same level of presence that I have right here and right now. Today I will stay interconnected with my body. I will notice what I notice. I'll feel what I feel. And I'll experience a little bit more life in each and every moment today. Today, as I'm moving through the bay, I will notice new things. I'll see new art. See the children laughing as they play in the front yards. I'll see people chasing their dreams and moving in the direction that their soul's destiny has destined for. It fills me with joy to see other people living their best life. It fills me with joy to see other people crushing their goals. It fills me with inspiration to know that I am doing the same. I feel inspired by the people around me, and I am inspired by myself and my journey. I take a moment to look back on how far I've come, and a moment to look ahead on how far I'm going, and a moment to enjoy the exact position that I'm in right here, right now. Today I rewrite my story. I am happy. I am healthy. I am living my best life, full of joy, full of energy, full of inspiration. Notice how you feel when you hear the word joy. Notice how you feel when you hear the word inspiration. Notice how you feel when you hear the word love. Words carry an energetic tone to them, and as that tone vibrates on your eardrum, it creates a chemical cascade to make you feel something in your body. Connect to that feeling. Amplify that feeling. Embody joy. Embody peace. Embody love. Embody connection. For with your mind's eye, you can embody anything that you choose. And the power lies in recognizing that the choice is yours. As we wrap up meditation, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, activating the body to wake back up, moving out of theta wave state. Now that we have downloaded a new story and a new sense of being, move through today living your purpose. Be calm, be clear, be connected. Thank you for joining me. for another lesson of Move, Breathe, Meditate. We'll be here again tomorrow, 8 a.m. and then Thursday as well. You guys have a terrific Tuesday. Peace.